DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Coming up tonight, Congresswoman-elect Sarah McBride responds to a Republican bill which would ban transgender women from Capitol women's bathrooms. Plus, a would-be thief gives a thumbs-up approval for locked doors. We have that video. And Shakara is here with your midweek weather report. Those stories and much more straight ahead tonight on DETV News. Good evening and welcome to this DETV News Brief. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Here's what's making headlines today across the first state. We begin tonight in the nation's capital, where Delaware Representative-elect Sarah McBride, the first transgender member of Congress starting in January, denounced a proposed ban on transgender women using women's restrooms in the U.S. Capitol. Introduced by Republican Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina, this measure would restrict bathroom use based on biological sex. Well, Mace defended it, saying it's protecting women's spaces, calling it a stand against, quote, the left's erasure of biological women. McBride called the proposal, quote, a distraction, urging focus instead on housing, healthcare, and childcare instead of what Sarah calls culture wars. The measure, if passed, falls under the Sergeant of Arms jurisdiction. When asked to comment on Mace's bill Monday, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene reportedly misgendered McBride during an interview, repeatedly referring to McBride as, quote, a man and he. Here at home now, authorities are working to determine the identity and cause of a death of a man whose body was discovered Sunday afternoon in the Christina River near Wilmington's riverfront. Wilmington police responded to a call just before 12:30 in the afternoon about a possible deceased person in the water. According to a police spokesperson, officers were dispatched to the 600 blocks of Justison Street, where they recovered the body from the river. After removing that body, police handed it over to the Delaware Division of Forensic Sciences for further investigation and to confirm the individual's identity. Investigators continue to work to determine the cause of this death. The incident remains under investigation. To education news now, where Christina School District is planning a March 12, 2025 referendum seeking voter support for higher school taxes to address rising costs and facility upgrades. Details remain under wraps, but the district faces mounting scrutiny facing recent board controversies, including the ousting of superintendent and state oversight for open meeting law violations. The referendum comes as other Delaware districts see mixed results in similar efforts, with 5 approvals and 3 rejections in 2024. Christina's interim superintendent, Robert Andrzejewski, focuses on stabilizing leadership, while state education officials urge the board to prioritize students in the months ahead. And an update now to a story that we brought you last week. 3 Smyrna Elementary School employees face criminal charges, and the district is named in a civil lawsuit after allegations of abuse against 12 special needs students. This abuse included apparently slapping, yelling, and isolated nonverbal students in dark bathrooms. Police say some children with dietary restrictions were fed hot sauce and spicy chips. 26-year-old Marissa Johnson, 31-year-old Michaela Lomax, and 21-year-old Morgan Donahue were all charged with offenses, including child endangerment and abuse. Court documents describe incidents that date from September of 2023 to February of 2024. Parents had raised concerns, but the district allegedly failed to act on those concerns. Attorney Dennis McAndrews say, quote, the victims are vulnerable, unable to communicate the abuse. He is representing 6 families in a civil suit alleging gross negligence and emotional distress. The district states the involved staff no longer work with those students. In more education news tonight, a Delaware task force has released recommendations to address student behavior and school climate following months of meetings co-chaired by Senate Majority Leader Brian Townsend. The group emphasized the need for better data collection, multi-tiered support systems, and stronger community engagement. Townsend highlighted the importance of additional supports for students whose behavior escalates both in and outside of school. Julia Kelleher, Executive Director of First State Educate, stressed that any new funding should prioritize school climate. The organization is hosting a webinar on November 19th to discuss collaborative efforts to improve school culture. And Governor-elect Matt Meyer held a virtual press conference today to introduce his policy transition committees. The 4 committees will meet in public several times and will issue a report in January with recommendations on policies that align with the new governor's priorities.
From day one, we've been clear that our administration will be built on the principles of openness, collaboration, and delivering real results to Delaware families. And today I'm proud to announce our transition committee that's going to help lead this effort from the start. Our transition committee is a collection of elected officials, policy experts, and community members from communities across our state who are committed to building a government that's accessible, responsive, and focused on delivering real solutions.
Anyone wishing to become involved, submit a question or suggestion, can visit Meyer's transition website. That website is transition.delaware.gov. Times and places of the meetings will be posted on that website as well. The committees include Education and Livelihoods with Honorary Chair, Delaware State University President Dr. Tony Allen. Sustainable Systems and Resilient Communities, that's led by Sussex County Administrator Todd Lawson. Governance, Innovation, and Operational Excellence is led by State Senator Laura Sturgeon, and Care and Community Action is headed by Lieutenant Governor-elect Kyle Evans-Gay. Committees will begin meeting later this week. Some interesting video to show you tonight. Newcastle County Police are praising locked car doors after sharing this video of a thwarted thief. The suspect, linked to multiple thefts along the Route 9 corridor, well, apparently fled empty-handed. Nearby residents lost valuables, including credit cards and weapons. Police urge vigilance and to report tips to Detective Dakota Dixa. Newcastle County Police are investigating a string of early Thursday morning thefts along that Route 9 corridor. Vehicles, weapons, credit cards, and personal belongings were stolen from neighborhoods, including Rogers Manor, Boothurst, and Glasgow Court. Surveillance footage shows a suspect tugging on a locked car door, making an obscene gesture. Detectives are searching for 2 suspects. Tips can be reported at 302-395-8030 or 302-573-2800. And it's certainly a reminder of us all to stay vigilant and secure our belongings. And speaking of preparation, let's turn now to the weather, something that, of course, we all need to plan for. Shakara is here with us live tonight for what we can expect for the rest of the week. Hey there, Shakara.
DETV News Weather is brought to you by Real Life Prosthetics. Live life fully with Real Life Prosthetics. Your ability is our mission. Hey there, Matt, and good evening, DETV family, and happy Tuesday. Well, today brought us a mild and pleasant day with high temperatures in the upper 50s and peaks of sunshine, likely the last of the week, unfortunately. So I hope you had a chance to enjoy it. Now, looking ahead to tomorrow, we'll see daytime highs around 61 degrees, but don't let that fool you because temperatures will drop into the 40s by the evening. Plus, rain is in the forecast with thunderstorms likely to roll in during the evening hours, which I know we definitely need. So be sure to pack that umbrella and be prepared for a bit of a soggy commute home. As we move into the night, the rain will begin to taper off, leaving overnight lows in the upper 30s. If you have errands to run or outdoor plans, the morning and early afternoon will be your best window before the rain arrives. As for the weekend, it's shaping up to be pretty decent, but I'll have more on that in tomorrow's report. Until then, stay safe, stay warm, and always keep smiling. Back to you, Matt.
Shakara, thank you. I guess I'll be digging out that winter jacket sooner than I wanted to. We'll see you again tomorrow night. In other news tonight, Delaware transportation officials are tackling Kirkwood Highway's challenges, aiming to turn the high-speed corridor into a safer, community-friendly route. At a Thursday workshop, draft plans for the 8.3-mile stretch connecting Newark to Wilmington were unveiled, targeting key intersections like State Route 141 and Limestone Road. The project, led by Will Mapco, serves to address the highway's strode design, neither an effective road nor street. Enhancements include safer pedestrian crossings, better traffic flow, and potential new housing developments. Public input still remains vital. And voters down in Georgetown, Sussex County, have approved a referendum authorizing the town's mayor and council to borrow up to $18 million for a new police station and public works building. The 353 ballots, out of the 353 ballots cast, 183 votes, that's about 52%, were in favor, while 170 votes, that's about 48%, opposed the measure. The funds will also cover the costs of issuing bonds for this project. The redevelopment initiative aims to improve town infrastructure and services. And Delaware's first ever economic impact study on sports tourism reveals some pretty impressive results. Commissioned by the Delaware Tourism Office and conducted by Tourism Economics, the study found that 1.1 million sports travelers visited the first state last year in 2023. These attendees generated over $257 million in direct spending and over $403 million in total business sales, supporting over 3,000 jobs. The sector also contributed to over $20 million in taxes. Delaware Governor John Carney emphasized the importance of sports tourism to Delaware's economy, with investments like the Sports Tourism Capital Investment Fund helping grow this industry. Exciting news there. And DelDOT crews have started constructing a sheet metal barrier along Route 1 at the Indian River Inlet to protect the highway after those recent dune breaches we've been telling you about. The $800,000 project, which began on November 11th, uses about 700 feet of metal to shield the road. DelDOT's Alistar Probert called it belt and suspenders approach. The barrier, expected to be completed in about 2 weeks, will help prevent road damage during floods. Neighbors hope this solution proves durable for the long term. And that's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Don't forget to follow us all along your favorite social media platforms for updates on what's happening all along the state of Delaware. If you have a comment, question, or news tip or a sports tip for Nick, who'll be here tomorrow, feel free to send it our way. Contact us. The email address is press@detvch.com. For Shakara and all of us here at DETV News, I'm Matt Ford. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Take care. We don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and nurse navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.
My name is Jason Aviles, and I am the founder and owner of Fly Yogi, and I'm here to share with you some tips to be able to help fight opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a real growing problem here in America, and I'm here to share with you some tips that you can be able to integrate into your everyday life to really fight against opioid addiction. One of the first things is redeveloping your mindset. One of the practices that I like to use daily is meditation. And what meditation does is it brings you clarity of mind, and it helps keep you grounded and it improves your ability to make decisions that you are going to benefit from. A lot of the time we find that addiction is rooted in our mindset. It's rooted in how we think and how we perceive, and therefore how we act. So this is a really good way to help fight against that energy of addiction. The second thing is improving your lifestyle through diet and exercise. At the very root of addiction, there is substances within the body that's causing the addiction on a physical level. When we begin to introduce healthier foods, plant-based foods, we begin to remove and detox the substances that are in our body that's causing and attracting the addiction. So through incorporating more fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and even drinking water on a daily basis, you're going to put your body in a state where it's going to be able to fight the root causes of these addictions. The second part is exercise. Exercise is good for mood. It's good for energy. It's good to increase vitality. It's good to get your heart pumping and get your blood flowing and get oxygen moving throughout the body. So through engaging in physical exercise, complemented by incorporating healthier foods, you're putting your body and your mind in a state where it does not want what's causing these things that are manifesting negatively in your life. So addiction can really be decreased by just incorporating a healthier lifestyle through diet and nutrition, exercise, and then also making sure that you're tackling the mind through mindset, through meditation.